All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Caydgaming. Today, I am very excited to introduce you to a bit of an older game. This is Peggle. Peggle came out back in 2007. It is a game my friends and I loved to play together. It is a great, cozy, casual game, and it is available on Steam. If you take a look, it has 97% overwhelmingly positive reviews. There's a good reason why. So go ahead, grab a coffee, and let's dive right in. I am going to delete my progress. Please don't worry. I've beaten this game so many times. I love it. I will happily replay through the adventure. Creating a new account here. I am going to skip over the story/tutorial so that way I can just show you, but essentially the way it works, it plays a lot like Pachinko or Plinko. If you saw my recent video on Peglin, that is where it got a lot of its inspiration from Peggle, basically, back in the day. So on your board, you have blue and orange balls. Your goal is to hit as many orange balls as possible. You get points as it hits each little peg, and the whole point is you want to clear all the orange ones specifically off of the board. Once you've done that, you will essentially go into fever mode and get a bunch of bonus points. Outside of that, there are very fun bouncy physics. You can get some tremendously satisfying skill shots off. I love that there's a tracer for you so you can see what you're doing. And one of the biggest things too, I'd say, is that bucket down at the bottom. As it cycles, if you land in the bucket, you get a free ball. If you look to the left for a moment, this is the number of balls you have left. This green meter, that goes up as you earn points each shot, specifically. So, if you get enough points in a shot, you actually do get a free ball that way too. And over here on the right is your kind of indicator, your meter on how many orange orbs are left. As you collect them, you will get more point multipliers. Perfect. Oh, that's a great, see, a free ball right there. It's so convenient. And one of my points of reference too is, like, for example, say I have 6 balls left. I have 5 orange pegs to hit. So if I can make sure I hit at least 1 orange peg per shot, I'm good to go for the level. Now, obviously this is level 1. This one's notably easier. And when you hit them all, you get extreme fever. That's where it goes in slow-mo. You get bunches of points, and you can land in any of these bonus multipliers at the bottom. For now, I'd say don't worry about points. They really matter a lot more in the challenge mode after you've played a bit. There are also bricks, and later you'll see other things. The nice thing is there is so much, I think, fun and utility in this game. And this is the first area. I think this is one of those games that you can play with anybody. And I also love to say that anybody can play this game, regardless of if you are a gamer or not. There is a little bit of skill required, but really it's mostly just a ton of fun. I remember when we were younger, when we were kids, what we would do is we would actually play this and we would actually take turns taking shots here. There is a multiplayer competitive mode, and that is essentially where you and your friends both play a board. You can pick a board, you can randomize it, and it's whoever earns the most points wins, basically. So that's always fun. My better half and I have played it a bunch together. And the reason why I love this game is it is cozy and casual. I think this is a great example of one of those games that's like, oh, there's some nuance to it. But at the same time, you can just pop in, you can be having a rough day, and you can have some really fun, exciting shots where you are screaming and super excited. You're like, oh my God, did this happen? What did I do? You know what I mean? It's really cool to sometimes be able to pull off some of those trick shots and have moments like that where you're like, I almost got it, and then you didn't get it. So I highly recommend you check it out. I know it's actually really quite affordable too. It's totally worth the purchase on Steam because you can get so many hours of playtime out of it. I would say, again, I've beaten the full story mode, the adventure mode, I don't even, maybe 5 or 6 times. And I'm still not tired of this game. It's just, it's got that right amount of like endorphins, you know, that you get from hitting the pegs that you want to hit. So this level, probably be the final level I show you today, but the green pegs, when you hit these, they will give you your magical power. In each world, in each area, you'll play as a new character. So right now you can see I'm playing as the unicorn up at the top. He's kind of the main character, the narrator of the story. So now that I hit that green one, I now have his special power, which is Super Guide. You can see it up at the top. I have 3 shots with it. Super Guide gives you that extended bouncing guidance. So now I can see exactly where my ball is going to shoot, depending on the angle that I use. So that's really, really helpful when you're trying to make some of those trick shots or hit more than, you know, 1 orange peg as well. There are different really fun trick shots like that. You saw long shot. There's stuff like bucket bounce where it bounces off the bucket a few times and then goes in. You get bonus points there too. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really cool to be able to see some of these things that you pull off, whether it's intentional or not, truthfully. It makes me really, really happy. And ultimately, I think it's fun because each world kind of introduces new challenges, moving pegs, moving images, you name it, as well as different like struggles you might run into. And each character has unique different powers that are very fun to unlock and master. So I'm gonna try and clear out both the blue peg that's blocking this and get that green peg there. That's gonna help. Oh, there you go, perfect. It's gonna really help me kind of land some of these other shots. And then here, for example, see, I could do this and I know I'm gonna hit both with 1 shot. There are a lot of different strategies when playing this game. For example, if you need to clear some blue orbs out of your way to do it, you can. On the flip side, if you are trying to essentially earn extra points, you have extra shots, so then you know you're going to be able to finish the level. You have a lot of great options there. You know, you can try and tee up some big points, so that way you can get more balls, get more shots, and hopefully complete your level. So there's a little bit of strategy involved. Oh yeah, the purple peg. There will be one that rotates around. That's like a giant bonus point multiplier. if you have a bunch of red pegs later, that'll actually really boost up your score. But I'm gonna leave the video here. Comment below, let me know what you think. Please tell me, do you want me to show you more of this game? I love retro games just as much as I love current games. I think that this game is tremendously fun, very, very satisfying, especially when you have something like that happen, where you see my score got up pretty high there. And on top of that too, there is so much replay value. I know it sounds silly or simple, but this game actually does get kind of hard. There is so much that you can do. I love the challenge mode at the very end. After you beat the game, it'll put you in levels and say like, hey, you have to score this many points, or you can only play with 3 balls. How are you gonna pull that off? You know, stuff like that. To me, it is absolutely worth the purchase. It's just a couple of dollars. But go ahead, comment below, let me know what you thought. If you like this video, please feel free to click that like button. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for everyone for your engagement, for your kindness. I have loved doing this. I don't plan to stop anytime soon. And of course, most importantly, if you like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. It helps me tremendously. I have new videos each Tuesday and Friday, and I really want to keep doing this for y'all. So thank you so much for your time. My name is Cade. I hope you enjoyed your coffee, and happy gaming.